Putting a hot water bottle on my back because my body hurts. Okay, I look a little dead, but whatever. I want to be cozy. What's up guys? Catherine here from Holy Fit. Today I'm gonna sit down and go over my month on vegan keto. I'm gonna go over how my 1 month on the vegan keto diet was, as well as answer some questions that you guys had asked me, some questions that I feel would be great to answer, and just kind of go over my whole experience. Okay, so to start off, what is keto? Keto is high fat, moderate protein, and low carb. What does the keto diet do? By lowering the body's intake of carbs, the body is induced into a state known as ketosis. Ketosis is a natural process that occurs in the body when your liver starts producing ketones from the fat that it's burning. The goal of the keto diet is to force the body into this metabolic state. There isn't starvation of calories, it's more starvation of carbs. Some of the benefits of keto, I have some notes here of benefits that people have experienced. Some I have experienced, some I have not, so just keep that in mind. But some of the benefits of keto that people have experienced are the obvious: weight loss, managing your blood sugar, mental focus, increased energy, normalized hunger. You're better able to judge when you are versus are not hungry. There have been studies that have been shown that it helps with epilepsy, studies that have shown improved cholesterol, blood pressure, it helps with insulin resistance, it can help with acne. There's so many benefits, I can't even list them all. Some of the dangers of keto, keep in mind not everybody is going to experience these. Everyone's experience in keto is different, your body is different. There's a state that your body can get into called ketoacidosis. This is a state when your body starts producing too many ketones, it becomes acidic. People that have, I believe it's type 1 diabetes, typically will have a downside in keto of having their blood sugar being too low. You can have constipation, your bowel movements will change. The constipation is more if you don't have enough fiber or you're not hydrated enough, things can get blocked. You lose electrolytes, that's of course because you're not as hydrated, and there's so many other negatives that I don't even know of. These are just the ones that I know. I'm adjusting my hot water bottle. It's too warm right now. Let's start and talk about how did keto affect my physical performance. As you all know, I'm training for a triathlon right now. As well, I lift weight, I do cardio, I do Orange Theory, I do flywheel, and in regards to my athletic performance, in week 1, my performance didn't seem to change too much. That was also when my body was burning through all of its glucose storage, so I feel like that's why it wasn't affected negatively. Week 2, however, I had the worst workout. I could not lift as heavy. I felt like my form was off because my body just ached. I really had to reduce the intensity of my workouts. I know for sure at the end of week 2, that's when I became fat adapted. The weeks 3 and 4 for my workouts were stellar. I lifted the heaviest, I was able to do more reps with a higher weight. I just felt like I was crushing my workouts. I was able to work my body so much more than I had before I started keto. I was doing a lot more workouts, a lot more intense workouts in general. Just my training was becoming exactly where I wanted it to be. Did I get the keto flu? I want to say no, because based on videos I've watched, podcasts I've listened to, blogs I've read, research papers I've read of people who have done keto, their keto flu lasts anywhere from like 3 to 5 days or even a week. I did not feel anything until I had gone out for drinks one night, and the next morning I had the worst hangover and I felt like I was dealing with the flu all day. So I feel like that's my keto flu that I had. It was a combination of hangover and keto flu. Let's just say it was so bad. I had been throwing up from 4 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. I had to call out of work. I did not get off of my sofa literally the entire day, unless it was to go to the bathroom or to shower. I think I sat down in the shower because I just felt so sick and I thought I was gonna throw up again. So that was my extent of the keto flu. Now we'll move on to questions from you guys. Excuse me if it's all over the place. I wanna answer them and be able to go over everything for you properly. First question, did I count calories? Yes, because I had anticipated to do the Meat Free Keto 4-week meal plan. So I was counting my calories, not in a strict way. If I was hungry, I would eat more. I was using MyFitnessPal the entire time I did keto. I love MyFitnessPal. I think I've been using MyFitnessPal since I first started working out back in high school. Short answer, yes, I did count calories. Long answer, you just had it. Did I track my macros? I did and I did not. The only macros I paid attention to were my carbs, of course, because I did net carbs. So I wanted to really track my carbs to fiber ratio. So I was consistently making sure that whatever I ate before I ate it would fit with my numbers. When it came to hitting a certain goal for proteins or fats, I didn't track. I just made sure I didn't have too much protein because I noticed that my digestion is so much worse if I have too much protein. How many grams of carbs did I eat a day? Like I said, I tracked net carbs, so my total grams of carbs changed on a day-to-day basis. My goal for the month of keto was to stay under 20 grams of net carbs. I did go over, but I always made sure that I stayed under 50 at the most. So there were days that I was super hungry, so I had like 48 grams of net carbs, and I just made sure I was still in keto. I had never once fallen out of keto the entire month. This morning is the first time that I tested my urine and it has not been in ketosis. I'll explain why when I get to that question. How was my sleep? My sleep was great. I was able to fall asleep a lot faster and stay asleep. That's a huge thing that I've had a problem with my entire life, is being able to stay asleep. I deal with PTSD and night terrors. I want to say about every other night I will have some dream or it will affect my sleep in some way. But this month, I think I only had 1 or 2 night terrors the entire month. And that's the longest I've gone since I can remember without having a night terror every single week or every couple days. What was my favorite keto snack? Eating Evolved has this product. I have shared it so many times on my Instagram. I don't have any right now because I'm trying not to buy them, but keto cups is what they're called, and Whole Foods sells them. They are essentially fat bombs, but made for you. With 1 gram of net carbs, I don't even remember how many fat or protein, but those things were so good. I ate way too many of them, as well as my own fat bombs. I came up with a couple different recipes for fat bombs, and those were just amazing. My overall favorite snack probably had to be celery and almond butter, just because the almond butter was gonna give me the carbs and fat and fiber that I needed, and then I could put it on celery, which gives me that crunching, you know, where you just want to snack, and I didn't have to stress about going over my numbers because the carbs to fiber ratio put me at 0 with celery. Did I eat out at all? No, I don't think I did. I would go out with friends, but I would bring my meal planned food. I would bring my prepped food with me. If it was dinner, if it was lunch, if it was breakfast, I would bring it with me and eat it there. I just can't eat before I go out with people and then sit there while they're eating. It makes me want to be eating something. So I would just bring my food with me, eat there. Never had any issues with restaurant. I did have one place that asked me why I brought my own food, and I told them I just have too many dietary restrictions to eat there. That was true whether or not I was on keto. They had nothing that was vegan, nothing that was gluten-free. It was like my worst nightmare for going out to eat. Did I drink alcohol? You guys will know based on my keto flu question. Yes, I did drink alcohol in this month. Only that one night, because I personally don't drink very often. I drink every couple months. I think the past 3 months is the most I've drank in like X amount of years total. In keto, I drank alcohol once. The alcohol I did drink, I just kept it safe and got vodka soda. Didn't kick me out of ketosis at all. I tested the night of, day before, or not day before, day after, like the morning after, and I didn't fall out of ketosis at all. It didn't even change my ketone levels. So that was great. Did I get bored of eating the same thing? So my intentions going into this were to follow the Meat Free Keto's 4-week keto plan, vegan keto, and I followed it for weeks 1 and 2, and then weeks 3 and 4, the recipes she had, there was too much soy, or it just didn't appeal to me, or the ratio, Well, it's more of the ratio of the recipes from week 1 and 2 that I enjoyed to worth making, or whether or not I enjoyed it. I was like, you know what? I feel like I know how to stay in keto and how to fuel myself, so I'm gonna just kind of do my own thing for the next couple weeks. But no, I did not get bored of what I ate. I've had literally the same exact thing every single day for the last 2 weeks. Every single day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and I crave them. Yesterday, I was craving my salad that I have every day. Really craving it. I was daydreaming about it. I think it was more of, I had to get fat adapted, and then once I got fat adapted, certain cravings or the boredom with food went away because my body was seeing this as nutrients and fuel, and it was happy with that. So I didn't have these cravings for burgers and fries. I mean, I don't crave burgers anyways, but vegan burgers and fries and like all this other stuff, I didn't crave that stuff. At least in the end. In the beginning I did. Week 2 was the worst for my cravings. That's another question that you guys have, so I'll touch that a bit more later. How was my hunger? You guys asked if I got hungry a lot. No. Once I was fat adapted, the first week I was hungry because the volume of food, Meat Free Keto makes her meals really high calorie, so her intention is for you to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner and not really have snacks in between. I'm a snack person. I cannot just do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's never how I've been. I've always been a snacker. So once I started changing the meal plan to be more personalized and incorporate snacks, I didn't have any issues with hunger. Did I get hangry? No. You can ask my friends, my coworkers. I would be hungry, but it took a lot for me to get to that stage of hangry. Whereas before, when I was on a carb-based diet, I would get hangry really easily. The moment my stomach started grumbling, I'm like, I need food now. And I would turn into this gremlin that needed the first thing that she could eat. With keto, I didn't feel that way. I was like, I'm hungry, but like I can wait. I know I can wait till I get home. I know I won't be home for 3 hours, but I can wait. I'll just drink some water, or I'll drink tea or something. I think there was only once that I actually was hangry, and that was because I ended up staying an hour later at work than anticipated. Whereas I had planned to go home during that time and eat my salad and then go do errands. But because I was at work an hour later, I had to do my errands first and then go home. So it was longer time than I had mentally prepared for to be without food or fat. So I had gotten hangry then, but I wasn't as snappy towards the people that I was around. Did I crave sugar? Yes, I did, but only on week 2. And week 2 was also the week that I had my period. So that was an interesting experience when it came to being on keto on my period and having those cravings. I craved sugar, but not in the way that I had craved sugar before. Because when I was on my period, I would crave like cookie dough ice cream because I wanted the sweetness of the ice cream and the cookie dough, but I wanted the carb factor of the cookie dough as well. Whereas cravings now, on my period, I craved a chocolate bar. I just wanted chocolate. I didn't want ice cream. Ice cream was great. That's actually ended up being what I got because I found a keto-friendly ice cream, but it wasn't the same cravings that I normally would have with sugar. Did I intermittent fast? Now this is a question you guys had DM'd me a couple times during keto because, or at least do I intermittent fast? Because I would post a lot saying like I was fasted until 3 p.m. or I was fasted until 5 p.m. I did not start intermittent fasting on keto on purpose. It just happened. I would not get hungry until noon, so I wouldn't eat until noon. And then it got to the point that when I would have coffee, I'd add MCT oil to it. I wouldn't be hungry until 3 p.m. So I wouldn't eat until 3 p.m. So I did intermittent fasting on accident. I love it. I'm fasted right now. I haven't eaten anything today besides tea and water. I haven't even had MCT oil, none of that. With the intermittent fasting, I have always tried to stop eating by 8 p.m. That has nothing to do with intermittent fasting for me. That just has to do with my body and healing and digestion and helping with my sleep. But yes, I intermittent fast now. I'm gonna be confident and say I do intermittent fasting, but I'm not strict with it. So if I were to be hungry right now, I would eat right now. If I get hungry at 10:30, I'll eat at 10:30. I'm just gonna listen to my body, but essentially I'm intermittent fasting. without strict times. Did I cheat at all on the keto diet? No. I found alternatives or made alternatives, but I did not cheat on the keto diet. I told myself I would do 30 days, or at least the month of January, strictly vegan keto. There was not once that I came out of ketosis. Today, this morning, is actually the first time that I came out of keto. Was keto from January 1st all the way up until yesterday, February 3rd of 2019. That is because I had planned, I do a body scan every single Sunday. I wanted to keep keto until Sunday, so my results were accurate based on keto. So yesterday, I did my in-body scan to see the final results of keto, and then I went and splurged. It was a good day. We got the last few questions here. How was my energy? That's a question I got from somebody. They said, you seem so much more active on Instagram. So my overall energy went through the roof. I felt more clear-headed. I felt more motivated. I actually was able to sit down and spend time planning posts, planning videos, planning just content in general. And I felt like I had so many more ideas. I felt like everything was just moving and flowing and just, yeah, it was awesome. In regards to energy after eating, when I would eat my massive salad, which would be the largest meal of my day, around lunch, I would feel so energized. I'd feel like ready to go, ready for action. How was my cholesterol? I had one person send me this. I got really confused on why they asked that question. When you're plant-based, your cholesterol is not the same as an animal-based person, because plants don't have cholesterol. Whole food plant-based items, processed or not, should not have cholesterol in them. So my cholesterol, I didn't do any blood tests before starting this. I didn't do any of those tests. I just did an in-body scan and took photos and then just kind of thought of how I felt. So I actually don't know if my cholesterol changed at all. It may have, because I wasn't eating as many processed items, but we'll never know because I didn't get it tested. Am I going back to the way I ate before? Do we ever really go back to the way that we ate before once we try a new diet, once we try a new eating style? I don't think we do, because our mindset on eating is different. Some people may, because they realize the way they ate before was a lot better. I am not gonna go back to the way I ate before. Am I gonna continue keto? No. I'm gonna say no to both of those. The way that I'm planning to eat from now on is to listen to my body. Keto is not a sustainable way of eating. Being strict with your carbs and not giving your body any form of glucose is not healthy. There are certain parts of your body that require glucose, glycogen, carbs in general to function. So if you restrict them for too long, your body, certain things are gonna start shutting down. They're not gonna feel as good. I'm going to listen to my body. Just wanna say that again. I am going to listen to my body. How did it affect my PCOS? Keto affected my PCOS so positively that it's scary. My period was a lot better. It was a lot more consistent. I did experience some PMS symptoms that I haven't experienced before, but those PMS symptoms correlate with my progesterone levels being higher. My acne, I don't know if I have photos. If I have photos, I'll insert them. If I don't, I won't. But my acne all over my face, my skin has gotten so much more clear. I have struggled with so many whiteheads on my forehead my entire life, and they are going away. The only things that I am dealing with are a little around my chin, but I am researching more into what could be causing those and looking at those aspects of my life, as well as I've been reducing the amount of chemicals and harmful items in my environment and my home to help with that. But overall, my acne has gotten way better. My skin has been a lot clearer. My PCOS as a whole, we'll just say, has been so much better. My insulin resistance, I feel like, has drastically gone away or drastically dropped. Obviously, I don't know. I haven't tested my numbers, so I don't know how much my insulin resistance has actually changed. But based on how I'm feeling, my body reacts so much better to food. My bowel movements, I can see such a drastic difference on days that I eat lower fat, days that I eat less fiber, and days that I don't drink as much water. When I keep everything where it needs to be, it's amazing. I don't think I've had such easy bathroom experiences, we'll say that. Now, the final question. How much weight did I lose? Let me grab my in-body scans from right before I started keto to right after keto. Gotta adjust the hot water bottle on my back. So I just grabbed my in-body scan. So we've got my pre-keto scan on the 29th of December. So the Sunday right before December, Sunday or Saturday. And then we have, I'm not gonna go through every week, but I'll just go through February 3rd. So at the start of keto, I was 128.7 pounds. I had not tracked anything I ate for the previous 2 weeks. I was doing an experiment on myself to see how many calories a day would keep me satisfied, just eating whatever I wanted, carbs, fat, protein, all over the place, and seeing how much fat I gained. I gained about 1 pound of fat a week for those 2 weeks, which means that I was a couple hundred calories over what my maintenance would be. My lean body mass was 92.4 pounds, which means that I had 36.3 pounds of fat on my body. Now, my scan yesterday, I myself have not even looked at the difference between these two. Yesterday, I weighed in at 117.9. So that's more than 10-pound difference in a month. Wow. I'm feeling so proud of myself. This is weird for me to say, but I kind of want to pee myself and cry at the same time. I know that peeing myself has to do with the fact that I have to pee, but I'm just shocked. I'm just looking at that. My lean body mass as of yesterday, 88.6 pounds. I know that my dry lean mass has changed 1.3 pounds and my hydration has changed 2.5 pounds. My body fat mass, pre-keto, 36.3. Yesterday, 29.3. Lost 7 pounds of fat. That's just fat, not water, not muscle, just fat. I am so proud of myself and happy with the result when it comes to the fat. I've only experienced positive things while being on keto. It's forced me to look at my food differently. My relationship with fat has changed so much. I have an avocado a day and I could eat like 4 avocados a day and not feel guilty. Whereas before, I wouldn't want to have more than 25 grams of avocado a day. I have like 180 some days, depending on the size of the avocado. I think the only thing that I've really missed, I don't crave sugar. I don't crave carbs. If I crave carbs, it's more of like, I want sweet potato and I want like that much. Tiny bit of sweet potato. I do miss fruit a little bit, more like berries, but I know that I can have berries. I had raspberries and strawberries on keto. So if I wanted fruit, I would have berries. I think the only thing that I've really missed, I can't think of anything right now, because I know that if I want an apple from now on, I'm just gonna have an apple, whether or not it kicks me out of keto. So there were a few times that I wanted like just half a banana or like a slice of apple or just something like that, something small. I don't crave them as much as I used to. So overall, my 1 month on keto, it was great. Definitely gonna keep high fat. And I definitely know that if I need to lose 10 pounds in a month, this is how I can do it. It would probably be even more than that next time because I know how to eat without a meal plan in keto and be satisfied and happy with my food, and my taste buds are happy. I think that's about it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for going on this journey with me. Hit the like and subscribe button down below. Really helps support my channel. I'm gonna try uploading a lot more consistently, or even just more in general. I have videos that are edited, ready to upload. My computer just does not have enough space to handle them all. So please be patient with me, but thank you so much, and I will see you guys next time.